Bring us your baffling.
Bring us your audacious.
We want your sticky notes, sketchbooks, and scribbles. Let's pin them to the wall, kick them around.
Kick them around, see what happens.
Because we're in the how do I get this startup off the ground business.
The taking your business, global business.
We're in the problem-solving business. 400,000 people.
Ready to help you solve problems while they're still called opportunities.
From figuring it out to getting it done.
We're here to help.
Welcome to Zips Weekly. I'm your host, Scott Nixon. This week we have women's golf coach, Jenny King. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Let's get this started. The first question I was going to ask is, you came in second place for the UC Bearcat Classic. Talk about the team's performance.
Well, I thought it went pretty well. The golf course itself was very difficult, and the performances there from my team, I had 3 in the top 10, and I thought that was absolutely excellent. And I was really proud of how well they finished and how steady they played. There were a lot of tough par 4s out there that weren't yielding very many low numbers. So they took advantage of, not really getting big numbers and not having too many big mistakes, but they also took advantage of the scoreable holes, which was good. So I really feel like that's what kept us near the top of the leaderboard all 3 of those rounds, and I think it was great that we had some great play by freshman Danielle Nicholson. Her is really coming along well this spring. She's had 2 good events in a row, and Frida's steady as usual. So when you have those 3 playing like they normally are capable of doing, that really does help the team's overall performance.
Well, that sort of just answered my second question. I was going to mention your 3 top 10 performances. Then I guess my final question is, you go into the Murray State Invitational before the MAC Championships. Talk about how you guys are going to prepare for that.
Well, right now I think we're going to get back to the basics a little bit. A lot of it's going to depend on the weather here in this next week as far as our preparation goes. So if the weather cooperates, that's going to help a lot. But we do need to work on our short games a little bit. Scoring's where it's at, but I also think we need to do some things, fine-tuning with our swings. So we're gonna break that down a little bit, and I think that's gonna help us prepare for Murray. But not only that, it's going to actually just get us better for the MAC Championship at the end of April. So all of this will come together in due time, and I'm just excited for another opportunity to compete before the MAC Championship and get some good reps under pressure.
Thank you, Coach. Best of luck. For the women's team at the UC Bearcat Spring Classic, they finished in second place. Danielle Nicholson's tournament total was 230, and she finished tied for 4th place. At the 47th Annual Furman Intercollegiate, Zips men's golf finished in 4th place, 5 under par. For the Zips, George Bayless led the way, going 7 under par with 209 strokes for the tournament. Zips softball home opener is a twin bill versus Youngstown State University. The Zips take game 1, winning 8-0. Aaron Seiler gets the win, and Alyssa Nicholas was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. In the second game, Youngstown State edges the Zips 11-8. Savannah Fruin was 2 for 3 with a home run, and Taylor Kirian was 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Zips in the first of 3 games versus Eastern Michigan University. Here, Cassie Gillespie gets things off with a single, and then she's back with a home run. Solo shot, the first of her career. And the Zips would end up going on to win this one 4-3. For the Zips, Cassie Gillespie was 3 for 3 with her first home run and 2 RBIs, and Aaron Seiler gets the victory with 7 innings pitched, striking out 4. Game 2 against the Eagles, bottom of the second inning, Zips down 3-0, and Savannah Fruin with the grand slam, her 5th home run of the season. But that's all the Zips would have as they lose this one to the Eagles 11-5. And in Game 3 of the series, Seiler's in the circle for the Zips. She gets this ground ball to go to Carly Childress, who throws to Cassie Gillespie and gets the out. Then Taylor Kirian gets a single down the left field line, but the Zips couldn't generate much offense as they fall to the Eagles 3-1. The Zips are now 15-15 on the year.
So, we look forward to getting back to work on Monday and heading up to Cleveland State to get back on track, and then heading out to Central next week.
Tennis team started off MAC play this week. They first were on the road in eastern Michigan to face the Eagles, and then they came home to face the Toledo Rockets. Let's see how they did. And the Zips win this one 5-2. Ariadna Blanova, Sofia Geyer, Martina Zerbola, and Carly Knezovich all defeated their opponents. Zips now hosting the Toledo Rockets for their first home MAC match of the season. The Zips struggled in doubles, falling 2-1, but were able to rebound in singles. The Zips would end up winning this one 5-2. Martina Zerbola, Sofia Geyer, and Ariadna Blanova all took their singles matches. For the track team, the men's teams finished in second place, and the women's finished third for the Ricardo Romo Invitational. Mike Oheimber set a new school record for the triple jump, and Terrell McLean came in second place for the long jump. And finally, at the rally relays, Clayton Murphy took first place in the 1,500 meters. This week's Student Athlete of the Week, presented by the University of Akron, is men's track and field athlete Mike Oheimber. And that's all for this episode of Zips Weekly. I'm your host, Scott Nixon. Be sure to tune in next week as we recap all the other great Zips action.